Afternoon, everyone. So, day before yesterday, a friend and I took a walk up by where the Ryujin is, by the Deer Society people, Quanch people. And I got a response the following day, but I had to think about the evidence for a day before I could sort it out and explain it well. So the first bit is this little symbol for house. You got the symbol for Thunderbird. It's probably the tree we were next to. When we were having the discussion, representation of two people standing next to the tree. So, when we were up there, we posed the question of if the Ryujin was a predator species that preyed upon them. I think I got an answer. And then, of course, you recognize the permanent trade. So, it's directed to the person has a permanent trade. It's what's being spoken to and how it's being spoken from. So, there's some raking evidence here. It could be done by hand or it could be done by foot. I think it was actually potentially done by foot. But regardless, you got a break stick here. You have two green stones that have leaves next to them. Leaves and feathers sometimes are prayers. And then you've got a symbol for a boogeyman. So the monster and then a little movement stick from where he comes from. You have a dirt clod which represents being in the ground, no more, you've passed on. And then you got this little pile of raked material indicating, the underground. And you have two stones and a few more fragments. Now, stones usually indicate people. What's interesting about these two stones is they were moved from locations. This one looks like it was moved from this little divot right here. So let's see if it fits. Yep, it fits. Alright, so that one was moved from there. And I believe this one was moved from here. So I'm going to just turn this over and see if it fits in this. Yep, that's a good match. Alright, so those two stones were moved. Something had to be able to pick them up in order to move them. So, and flip them over, because that one was flipped over. Unlike this one, which was just picked from one spot and placed to another. So when they're trying to communicate to you, sometimes they will do very pictographic. This is sort of a pictorial here. You have the elements that are very clear. You've got the two sticks for people. Sometimes they'll stick them in the ground. Now this is all laid out in leaves. You've got the emblem for Thunderbird tree, or Thunderbird. You've got the emblem for house, permanent trade. And then the answer to the question. Where the question occurred, and then the answer to the question. So it's dialectic in a way too, because it gives presence of progression of time, from the question being asked the day before to the answer the night after. The element for boogeyman, definitely probably representing the Ryujin up there, and then again underground. So I would say that they are suggesting that yes, the Ryujin is a predator, and it's something to be wary about and to be concerned enough that you need to say prayers about it. At least that's my assumption on the behavior here. You may have your different opinions, and you're entitled to them, but I've seen a lot of this sort of thing in my life. Anyway, thought you'd like to see my angle on it, and hope you enjoy. This will be the last recording from this particular site. Have a great day.